The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, and every day at this time, OBMMI. OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry. Calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. They don't tell us points paid, points received, or the APR. They only tell us the number you need to put in your mortgage calculator to find your principal and interest payment. You don't have a mortgage calculator? It's free. You just have to get our mobile app, rsrlinks.com/mobile app, rsrlinks.com/mobile app. Mixed day in the markets yesterday. Conventional 30-year fix, 6.709, that was up. Jumbo 30-year fix, 6.838, that was down. FHA 30-year fix, 6.436, that was up. VA 30-year fix, 6.282, that was up. And the USDA 30-year fix, 6.374, that was down. If you want our market thoughts on in each and every business day morning, yes, we do put those out for you. rsrlinks.com/market minute. rsrlinks.com/market minute. You can get our report each business day morning. Again, as early as the data allows, we send that out. It costs you absolutely nothing to get it. You just have to go in and sign up and say, hey, give me the goods, Ron, give me the goods. Or actually, it's probably Josh who will give it to you. But hey, let's see what else is going on right now. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average. If we want to get the exact timing right, it's up 174 points as we speak. We've got the 10-year Treasury, and this has been a little bit volatile this morning. 10-year Treasury is up 7 basis points right now. The mortgage bond itself is down 13 basis points. That means interest rates are up. And why is that happening? Well, you can go to that super secret website. You're not going to find these answers right there because they don't tell you the things that I'm going to tell you right here on Ron Siegel Radio. The markets are looking at basically we've got some ISM manufacturing data. It came out just a little bit better than expected, but we know that's what's driving the market. Why do we know that? Well, you can tell because that ISM market data came out at 7 a.m. and the market turned around at 7 a.m. So we know that that's what caused the market shift. But we also know initial jobless claims measures individuals filing for unemployment benefits for the very first time rose 18,000 to 241,000, which is higher amount of firings which is a higher amount on a relative basis. Additionally, continuing claims or those who continue to receive benefits after their initial claim rose 83,000 to 1.92 million. Highest level of continuing claims since November 2021. Let's see if it stays there and doesn't get revised lower beneath the 1.9 million, like we have seen several times now. Bottom line, there's some clear weakness occurring in the labor market, although this higher level of claims will not be included in the BLS jobs report calculation that comes out tomorrow. Stage is set for hopefully lower rates, but tomorrow's BLS jobs report will dictate the near-term direction. Everything is pointing to a slowdown, less hiring, and higher unemployment, but we know the unreliability of the BLS report. That's why I call it the BS report. Last year, they said 2.5 million jobs were created, only to revise half of them out. Half. Where else can you, unless you're a baseball player, other time that you're wrong half the time, you lose your job. Baseball, you get a contract for millions and millions of dollars. With that being said, the market is expecting 130,000 jobs to have been created in April. But after yesterday's ADP report, it sure seems like the figure could come in well below that. The BLS includes private sector jobs and government jobs, but especially with DOGE and the lack of government hiring and the layoffs occurring in that sector, not really thinking that that's going to add too much and could even see a subtraction from that component. Unemployment rate is expected to remain at 4.2%, But looking closer at the March figure, it was 4.15, which was rounded to 4.2. That means you could see a 9/10 rise in unemployment rate, and it would still get rounded down to 4.2. We still will need to see a full 1.1% rise in order to get a 4.3% rounded unemployment rate, which is possible, but not as likely. If we see a weaker jobs report, there's a lot of room for mortgage bonds and yields on the 10-year to improve when looking at the charts. But again, remember, the charts only matter when there is no other data for us to deal with. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial when you're ready for that next home loan. Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990.